Stop, drop, and roll.
Punch the clock.
This is a 10-minute podcast for millennials, so we're going to get into it.
We had another one today. Episode 2. What it do? Let's see what the second one was. I know that first one we know is kind of spicy. We know that y'all definitely came through in the chat and the comments. So we're going to get on this next one. So we're going to do the honors again.
Oh, yeah. And if y'all really rocking with us, drop us some ideas. We'll throw them in here. You never know what we're going to pull.
Exactly. Facts.
All right, let's see. Oh, I picked a long one today, y'all.
Snap. There you go.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'm glad I know how to read. Imagine a guy who's always been self-assured, at least on the surface. He's the friend everyone relies on, the one who seems unshakable. But in quieter moments, he's the first to tug on his shirt or avoid the camera when a photo is taken. He might laugh it off or make a joke about the needing to hit the gym, but deep down, there's a nagging insecurity. He scrolls through social media seeing images of perfectly sculpted men and the endless posts of fitness and getting shredded. And he's starting to wonder if his body doesn't measure up. It's a side of body images that doesn't often happen. Here comes the question. Mm-hmm. Or that's really discussed for men. They expect to shrug it off, brush off their insecurities without acknowledging them. But he's feeling the weight of those expectations to push to look a certain way, to have muscles and be fit. Mm-hmm. And though he might not never admit it to his friends, it affects his confidence, his dating life, and his mental health. So this brings up the important question. How often do we really talk about men's body image issues? Society tends to emphasize body positivity for women, but men face their own pressures, often in silence. Are we missing a part of the conversation by not giving men a space to talk about their struggles too? And what would it take for men to feel like they don't have to live up to these standards to be valued and respected? So I guess it's 3 questions in there. So let's just break it down.
Yeah, break it down.
Okay. Are we missing a part of the conversation by not giving men the space to talk about their struggles too? I honestly think this is true. I feel like men often do have to go through a lot of stuff in silence because it's not manly enough to talk about their feelings and everything. And especially in the Black community, it's starting to see higher rates of suicidal for men because they're not getting the space to have emotional an outlet for it. Mm-hmm. So I definitely see a lot of struggles through just men in general. It don't even have to be someone close to me. I can just see it. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's a problem or a concern.
Yes, it's a huge issue. I've personally been there before as well because we're in a society where when a man says any type of feeling-based ideology is not valued. You can see it, you know what I'm saying? We can go to Ted Cruz situation, for example. Went through something, guy did something to him, people were laughing at him. And if we're in a different situation with a woman, we're just a whole different thing. It's not funny at all.
I ain't gonna lie, what happened? I don't know.
Oh, he was working on a show, basically, and this CEO guy, or the top of the chain, whatever, he basically grabbed him or whatever,
groped him?
Yeah, groped him basically.
Who is Ted Cruz?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. Yeah, white chicks.
Oh, yeah, because he was a part of the Me Too movement.
Yes.
Oh, got you.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
And you educated people because people probably didn't know.
Okay, I remember that. Yeah,
exactly.
Men get raped too. Let's talk about that. Men definitely get raped.
Yeah, so basically, that's one situation alone, but men's opinions, sometimes they are valued, but in the social media space, if it's contradicting what a woman believes in certain situations, it's going to be attacked. If you say certain things that we can have a prime example, this is a real thing, hey, get the door from me, right? We just talked about this, right? Hey, get the door. Okay, cool, no problem, get the door. Some dude might have been like, I ain't getting no dough.
You can get your dough yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, we go back to reference points. I'm talking about the first episode. You know what I'm saying? So we do have a space now where men are becoming more vocal, which is great. But they also know they're putting a nick on the line and people may not listen to them. So it's a very slippery slope. But also I do think it's progression there. I think men are becoming more vocal. It's just the backlash is something that they're still learning to adjust to.
So you really just answered that second one. What would it take for men to feel comfortable enough to be valued and respected to share their insecurities, because that's what it is. Like, sometimes as a woman, and I know it's gonna be some women out there who I would want to hate and whatever, but understand that my mindset is different. I don't have a baby daddy. I have no kids. I've never been married. You know what I'm saying? I've been single intentionally because I'm just focused in on the right relationship to show up from God. That's a whole nother conversation for another day, right?
Yeah.
But I say that to say, I know it has been expressed to me from my male friends that, it's hard for y'all to want to share your insecurities with the opposite, well, just with someone in general, because they want to hold it as a weaponize and weaponize it against you
Yeah.
too.
That
And
happens.
especially in the dating field of women wanting to hold these bombs and then just throw it at you at a moment to win the conversation.
Yeah.
And like, let's talk about that. Like, I feel like we all need to just sit down and go see therapy
That's
because
exactly
we
what I was
all got
saying.
some
That's
problems.
exactly what I was gonna say.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been through therapy. I know
Yeah.
you've been through it.
Me too.
And I think that that's something that we need to all do before we try to jump into a relationship.
Yeah.
Because we got to all have to learn how to be able to love ourselves
Mhm.
a little bit better, to be able to have that vulnerability, to understand my insecurities and be able to live within them. Because we all got them. The only person who was perfect was Jesus.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
but
I agree with it totally. Like, definitely. Like, I can't say nothing else. Therapy is it. Therapy is the way. Imagine if everybody in the world had mandatory therapy. Just think about that. That would be a different world.
they need to put
And
that.
and thing about it is, I also want to say, people that are in therapy right now, if you are, be fully transparent, man. Be fully transparent. Don't just you know get them big bits and pieces or whatever. Like, give them the full picture. The reason why I say that, even for me with coaching people, like, we need the full picture to create the ideal being you're trying to become. And if you don't provide that crucial information, honestly, we will sense something is going on or something we don't know because we just know that we just met you. But those crucial things, those impactful things happen in your life, the things that change your perspective on relationships, the things that change your perspective on finance, we need to know these things because that's how you're really gonna see your development. So uh this that's the biggest thing I want you to do. Like, just be fully transparent with your therapist and you will
How did
see.
you find your therapist? Like, how did you figure out that it was a good connection for you to want to be able to open up to them?
Yeah, so I had like multiple therapists, right? So one of my therapists told me that my mother was a trigger, and I didn't know how to receive it. So I'm like, "What you mean she a trigger?" So she's a trigger. I'm like, "How though? Like,
Yeah,
that's my mom."
yeah.
And they was like, "Well, from what you talked about, it just seems as if she is." I'm like, "Well, I don't think what I talked about. I don't think you listened to me when I was talking. It's my biggest thing." So when I got my therapist I have now, she is very very transparent. She also like hold me accountable on my actions and what I do. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I personally needed to develop to get to here. Right? You can't be speaking to the masses and not working on yourself.
So what I'm hearing is when one therapist wasn't fitting you, you went ahead and found another one.
Yep,
You
yep.
didn't quit.
No, no,
You just figured out someone else that was
yeah,
able to work for you.
exactly.
Right?
Yep, exactly.
That's something that I need y'all to hear again.
Mhm.
And then, does that therapist reflect a environment where they understand your experience in the world, like understand certain levels or playful things that's just the unspoken rules of America? Do they understand that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
So yeah, that's important. I would
Yeah.
I would definitely say for people to get a therapist that reflects what they are.
Yeah.
So you don't have to try to explain
Mm-hmm.
your experience of being who you are
Mm-hmm.
in your environment. They just understand. So just like Denzel said one time, everybody understands. Not everybody. Some people gonna understand this when I say it. You know what a hot comb smell like on a Friday morning, on a Sunday morning. So find that reflection so you
Yeah.
can just get right into what is making you who you are and try to help you become something better.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. That's what you do. That's what therapy is intended to do for you.
I don't know, man. I feel like society now is gotten away from. Well, I think we're going back towards it right now. I think we've coming out of the era of cosmetic surgery. You think
Think
so?
it's comes to an end?
Yeah, I think it's like coming. You don't think so?
You think it's coming to an end?
I feel like it's coming towards the end. I don't think we're at the end.
I see what you're saying. Some of the celebrities are taken away. Oh, that's a good cutoff. Good cutoff.
Punch the clock.
Punch the
Like,
clock.
comment, subscribe. See y'all next
See
week.
y'all next time. I liked it.